Hey kids, Comic Book Man here to remind you that the Alternate Reality Spotlight Sale begins on February the 15th and it runs through the 20th. It'll be a whole week of savings here at the store. And what's the spotlight on this month? Women creators. That's right. All of my trade paperbacks featuring female creators are going to be buy two, get a third one free. Now, which women creators are we talking about? Fine folks like Jill Thompson, Devin Grayson, Gail Simone, Elaine Lee, Catherine Immerman, and many, many others. They'll all be here at the store, and for that whole week, you buy any two, you get a third one free. That's only here at Alternate Reality, so stop on down.
What do you get with 4 Nerds in a Comic Book Store? Shop Talk.
One more time.
Hey, listen, Missy.
Hey kids, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video Outhouse. You know, it's time once again for Shop Talk. And joining me in the Outhouse for Shop Talk, as always, is the Outhouse Gang, which is made up of...
Uncle Peter
and JR.
Nobody special.
What's with the hood? Bo.
And him.
I don't want to end up on any government watch list.
And today we're going to talk about the biggest thing to hit comics in the news since the death of Captain America. It involves Captain America. Cap number 602. That's right, Cap 602. The controversial issue where Tea Party movement is all upset and angry about it, and Marvel has apologized, and it's just terrible. A couple of things before we talk about this. I want to put a couple of facts down on the table about this. This is Cap number 602. First arrived here at Alternate Reality on January 20th of 2010. This didn't hit the news and start making a stink until this week. We're shooting this on the 13th of February. So the week of the 13th of February is when it actually showed up at newsstands. Remember, newsstand distribution and comic book distribution are two different things. We get them first. Newsstand gets them separate. This is the first part of a 4-part story. What is it? Other America?
Two Americas.
Two Americas. First part of a 4-part Two Americas storyline. It's written by Ed Brubaker. And Captain America is back, but he's not in this. Steve Rogers is back, but he's not in this issue. They talk about him in it. Now, as far as the actual plot goes, I'm going to throw that over to Mr. Review, Sweet Dan Sweet.
You're not supposed to use my name.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to end up on any lists.
Sweet Dan Sweet.
No, here's the deal. For all the controversy and all that stuff they're making a fuss about, there isn't much to it in the plot of the comic. It's really about the new Captain America, Bucky, and Sam Wilson attempting to infiltrate the new group of the Watchdogs, which is operated by a clone of Captain America from the 50s.
The 50s kid.
Who is insane.
Who's nuts.
So that's really what the book's about. And it doesn't have anything to do with teabagging anybody or tea parties or any political stuff like that.
Which is the point behind the Shop Talk. Is this a tempest in a teapot, or does the Tea Party actually have something to complain about with this book? Was Marvel out to get them? Is this just a mistake? Guys, what do you think?
What do we think?
What do you think?
You've all read the book.
Well, yes,
Yes.
I have.
Okay,
Yes, well, I gave it to you.
Larry, let Bo. Since comic books are not written like yesterday,
When were they written?
this story was written before they even knew what a Tea Party was.
Really?
So what's the big deal? You're making a big deal about nothing. Brubaker wrote the story. He laid the thing out. The only thing that everyone's complaining about is, there's a sign, there's a Tea Party sign. The sign, which you wouldn't even notice unless someone made a big stink about it, is based on an actual sign. It's a real sign. It was actually seen in the news. It's all over the internet right now. So you're complaining about something that you knew about 5 months ago? 6 months ago? 7 months ago? It's a big deal now. Why? Because you have nothing else better to do with your time? Read the comic and stop complaining about something that JR read the book. And he didn't even know what everyone was complaining about because he didn't even see it.
He had to point it out to me because I went right past it.
I read the book weeks ago and I didn't see it. And I went, oh, wow. So what are they complaining about?
Let's go in order. Mr.
Well,
Sweet.
to me, my mom called me about this.
She called you?
Yeah.
Mom called?
My mom. No, my mom does not read comics, but my mom reads
Daniel,
Politico
what is this book?
blogs
Oh, she
on
reads
the
political
internet.
blogs?
Dan,
your
what
mom-
is this I'm reading?
So she follows
mom's
all
very
sorts
esoteric.
of weird stuff like that, and she calls me up and says, if you don't buy this book for yourself, buy it for me because I want it, and all this stuff. And I read the book, and I didn't know about it until it was on the website, and I'm more surprised that the controversy is about a negative line about the Tea Party movement, which I think was indirect, because it said, teabag the libs before they can teabag you.
And the rally in the comic is not a Tea Party rally anyway.
It's just a rally.
It's just a rally.
It's just
It's
somebody...
an anti-tax rally.
Right.
But
It's an anti-tax
what I
rally.
found interesting is nobody's getting pissed about them saying that they're gonna teabag someone, which is
Exactly.
hilarious.
Well, there's that whole
Where are the mom
storyline.
and pop
Yeah.
watchdogs?
That's a tangent.
Where's the comic
Teabagging.
code of authority saying you can't say
Teabagging.
teabag in Captain America?
The actual term refers to something
What does it
that is
refer to, Bo?
adult, which we
Yes.
won't talk about because this is a
Yeah.
family website. And it's like, why haven't you folks noticed that it's a negative comment? You're still going, oh, they're teabaggers. Teabaggers are... anyway.
Look, it's a grab by the Tea Party to get some publicity out of a comic book.
Exactly.
And that's all they're looking for, is to get some press. The scene itself, like I said, had to be pointed out to me by Bo. It's a protest scene. What is a protest? It's a group of people giving an opinion. They're holding a sign. Is it relevant to the plot? No, it's just a protest scene.
Well, you know, in real life, you can't
Marvel's-
carry protest signs
Yeah,
to protest
exactly.
rallies
I guess
anymore unless
not.
you're in the designated safe
Right,
zone.
you can poke
so.
somebody in the head with the sign or something. But it's a
'Cause of the
protest
six.
scene. Marvel should not be apologizing about this. None of the characters say anything about teabagging or tea parties or anything. It's in the background.
Now that would make it even more controversial
Exactly.
if Captain America was talking to...
About exactly. This is
More
is
awesome.
much ado about
That would
nothing.
be a lot
Yes.
more of a big deal.
Uncle Pete, what do you think?
As far as the teabaggers in particular, the tea partiers.
Thank you.
Thank you. They bring up a valid point. I think the beef of the Tea Party folks is they're being lumped in with the opposition to government types, which in this particular issue are portrayed as a bunch of angry, racist, slack-jawed white guys
From Idaho.
from wherever,
Well, it's in Idaho.
whose first response is to form armed camps and get ready to go to war against the government.
That doesn't happen, does it?
I hope not.
No, a lot of the folks who are opposing what the government may be doing look suspiciously like me, and
Or him.
or him.
Not me.
Nobody
No.
among them is advocating armed resistance against the United States government. And after being portrayed that way on a fairly consistent basis, I understand where their sensitivities might be a little honed. As far as the Tea Party folks themselves, it's much ado about nothing. I think their beef is the general portrayal of them as being these violent radicals who just can't wait to start taking to the streets and shooting bullets at people, and they resent it. And as far as that goes, I completely agree with their point of view.
Okay. So, anyone else have anything else to say?
Yeah, I'm more offended by the scene where Cap throws the shield into the radiator of a car and it explodes.
Michael Bay wrote that scene.
What is it? What is that? Is that Brubaker? He's a
Anybody
better
with
writer
an ounce
than
of
that.
mechanical knowledge knows antifreeze generally doesn't explode.
Explosive antifreeze.
The cars had primers underneath the hood. You didn't see them.
I know a little bit about auto mechanics, and I've never spotted
it
any
doesn't. It's a
detonators
movie.
anywhere.
In fact, Mythbusters basically proved that it doesn't really
The
work.
gasoline that the stuff burns, yeah, that's rather
But
explosive.
you hit the front of the car.
But yeah, it doesn't.
The
It
gas
doesn't.
tank's in the back.
If you got gas in the radiator, you got other problems.
Nitroglycerin has a coolant.
Nitroglycerin is cool. So if you haven't seen Cap 602 yet,
Come in and buy it.
assuming you've been living, assuming you've been living under a rock,
Collector's edition.
come in, pick it up, buy it. Marvel is going to reprint this, obviously, in a trade paperback because everything gets trade paperbacked up. Marvel has already said that they are going to sanitize this issue, so all the offensive stuff in it will be gone in the trade paperback. So the only way you're actually going to be able to see the actual signage that's used in this is if you pick up the original comic. Right there, that one right there. Hey, give me that! Give me that back right here! Give me that back. Okay, now that's it. That's all we got time for right now. What do you think about this? Let us know. Let us know on Facebook. Let us know. Send us an email at the store via the store's website.
Smoke signals.
Smoke signals. Let us know how you feel. Read the book and voice your opinion. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man with us,
The gang.
the Outhouse Gang, which is Bo and JR and Sweet Dan and Uncle Pete. And until next time, bye! Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.